Is love a pure emotion or just another form of addiction? The answer might surprise you. Experts in psychology and neuroscience have debated this for years, uncovering fascinating insights about how love affects the brain. By the end of this video, you'll understand the science of love and discover if what you're feeling is true connection or something deeper and more complex. In a world where emotions are the driving force of life, romantic love stands out as a phenomenon that has captivated humanity since time immemorial. This feeling, as old as civilization itself, has been the subject of poetry, music, and art, reflecting its importance in the human experience. It is an intense and transformative experience that affects not only the feelings, but also the thoughts and behaviors of those who experience it. Romantic love is presented as a unique blend of passion, intimacy, and commitment, making each relationship a deeply personal journey. On this emotional journey, people are immersed in a whirlwind of sensations that can lead them to the purest happiness or the deepest sadness. As we delve deeper into this fascinating topic, we begin to unravel the mysteries of romantic love from a scientific perspective, exploring the neurological processes that underpin it. Science offers us tools to understand how this phenomenon, which often seems irrational, has biological and psychological roots that influence our decisions and behaviors. The reward circuit. At the heart of romantic love is the brain's reward circuit, a system that triggers intense and sometimes obsessive feelings. The scene opens with the activation of the ventral tegmental area, VTA, the main source of dopamine. Upon seeing the loved one, the ATV lights up, releasing dopamine and generating a surge of euphoria that can be comparable to the feeling of being on top of the world. A clear example of this is when you receive a text message from your partner. The happiness and excitement you feel is driven by the dopamine that floods your brain. This neurotransmitter not only generates pleasure, but also reinforces the desire to seek more interactions with that special person. As the story progresses, the caudate nucleus and nucleus accumbens are activated, intensifying the feeling of reward every time you spend time with your loved one. The joy multiplies, reinforcing the desire to be together and creating a positive feedback loop that fuels the relationship. However, not everything is perfect. The frontal cortex, responsible for critical judgment, decreases its activity, which leads to idealization of the loved one. At this time, you can overlook your partner's flaws, focusing only on his positive qualities, as if you were seeing a perfect being. This idealization can be both a refuge and a trap, as it can lead to unrealistic expectations and disillusionment when reality sets in. The comparison between love and addiction becomes obvious, as both states provoke a constant search for the source of pleasure, whether in the form of the loved one or the addictive substance. Love and addiction. Just as an addict seeks drugs to experience euphoria, a person in love seeks the company of his or her loved one. The narrative becomes deeper when comparing the reward circuit of romantic love with that of addiction. The absence of this person can lead to withdrawal symptoms, similar to those experienced by someone with an addiction. This connection between love and addiction reveals the passionate and sometimes obsessive nature of romantic love. Seeking the company of a loved one becomes an almost biological need, where the mind and body crave that connection. The release of dopamine in the brain creates a desire to repeat the experience, which can lead to behaviors that, under other circumstances, might be considered irrational. The intensity of these feelings can be so overwhelming that some people find themselves willing to sacrifice their personal well-being in pursuit of their partner's approval and love. This dynamic can result in toxic relationships, where emotional dependency becomes a cycle that is difficult to break. The limbic system and emotions. The scene shifts to the limbic system, where the amygdala plays a crucial role in managing emotional responses. This brain structure, which acts as a control center for emotions, is critical for regulating intense feelings. In a romantic relationship, emotional and physical closeness can reduce activation of the amygdala, decreasing fear and shame. The connection is strengthened, and pleasant memories, stored in the hippocampus, reinforce the feeling of well-being. The hippocampus, responsible for the formation of new memories, allows shared experiences to be associated with positive emotions. Every date, every trip, and every shared moment become bricks that build the foundation of the relationship. The hypothalamus, for its part, releases neurohormones such as oxytocin, known as the love hormone. During a hug or a kiss, this substance strengthens emotional ties, creating a chemical cocktail that intensifies the emotional experience. The mix of dopamine, oxytocin, and vasopressin generates a deep connection, full of euphoria and tranquility. This chemical cocktail not only reinforces emotional attachment, but can also generate feelings of security and trust. The interaction between these hormones and the limbic system is essential for the creation of long-lasting bonds, where intimacy becomes an emotional refuge. However, it is also important to recognize that this chemistry can lead to idealization of the relationship, where people may ignore red flags that could indicate underlying problems. The cerebral cortex and cognition. As the story progresses, attention is drawn to the cerebral cortex. The prefrontal cortex, responsible for critical judgment and decision-making, shows a decrease in its activity during romantic love. This allows a person in love to overlook inappropriate behaviors of their partner, idealizing them irrationally. This idealization can be a double-edged sword, as while it can foster a deeper emotional connection, it can also lead to denial of issues that need to be addressed. The parietal and medial temporal cortex, which help us understand the thoughts and feelings of others, also see reduced activity. This can lead to misunderstandings, where a person may have difficulty accurately perceiving their partner's emotional states or intentions. However, this reduction can also foster a deeper, less critical emotional connection, where couples feel freer to be vulnerable with each other. Idealization of one's partner becomes a recurring theme, where flaws are ignored and virtues are magnified. This distorted perception can lead to unrealistic expectations, creating fertile ground for disappointment and conflict. As the relationship progresses, it is crucial to find a balance between idealization and acceptance of reality, where both members of the couple can grow and evolve together. Final reflections. Finally, the narrative closes with a summary of the brain areas active in romantic love. The VTA, nucleus accumbens, prefrontal cortex, amygdala, hippocampus, and hypothalamus all play crucial roles in the experience of love. The interaction between the reward circuit, the limbic system, and the cerebral cortex creates an intense and profound emotional experience, which can be passionate and sometimes irrational. Romantic love evolves through different stages, from infatuation, characterized by euphoria and obsession, to passionate love, where intimacy and emotional connection deepen. Finally, we reach attachment love, a stage of stability and long-term commitment, where a balance is established in the release of neurohormones that promote attachment and trust. Genetic, cultural, and personal influences shape how we experience and express love. Biological predispositions can affect our ability to form bonds, while cultural norms influence our expectations and behaviors in romantic relationships. Individual experiences and family environment also play a crucial role in shaping our beliefs and attitudes toward love. The need for further research into mirror neurons and their interaction with the limbic system promises new insights into emotional connections. These neurons, responsible for empathy and imitation, may be critical to mutual understanding in romantic relationships. As science advances, new doors are opening to understanding how these emotional connections are formed and maintained, offering a more complete view of the complexity of romantic love. Thus, love is revealed not only as a feeling, but as a multifaceted phenomenon that encompasses biology, psychology, and culture, enriching our lives in profound and meaningful ways. Tough times are turning points. The darkest night leads to the brightest dawn. Stay strong and keep moving forward. If you like this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and suggest topics in the comments. See you soon.